Welcome to my channel for comprehensive tutorials on fundamental principles to complex problems. I'll cover it all. Feel free to share, subscribe for more contents. Thank you. This is the brand new series on IGCSE Extended Mathematics Revision. Topic wise, I have selected paper 2 from 2003 to 2013, and in which I have selected Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. I have extracted those questions from these topics, starting from Algebra 1, I'll be taking formulae, and then factorization, linear equations, simultaneous equations, quadratic equations, and inequalities. As far as Algebra 2 is concerned, I'll be taking algebraic fractions, subject of the formula, direct and inverse proportions, indices, inequality, and linear programming. So first paper that I came across was 2003, and if you download that paper of 2003, paper 2, because next video I'll be making on paper 4. So first question over here, but in the paper, it is question number 7. Solve the inequality. So whenever you see inequality like this, so it has two parts. Always remember, first of all is going to go like this, 2x minus 5, and 2x minus 5 is also less than 7. There are two values are going to be. So first of all, I'll bring this 5 on the other side, and minus 5 will become a plus 5. So this is going to be 8 and 2x. That means, of course, x equals 4. Sorry, it is less than. Value is less than 4. When it comes to 2x minus 5 less than 7, what I will do is I will take the negative 5 on the other side and will make it a positive 5. So 2x is less than 12. That means x is less than 6. So when here in the paper, when we are writing, we are going to write 4 is less than x and x is less than 6. So this is going to be your final answer. For this working, each part is going to give you 1 mark for this one, and another mark for this one, because this is a 2 marks question. Now, work out a single fraction. When it comes to single fraction, you deal with the same pattern, like you multiply this one, x minus 3 and x plus 4 is going to be in one, becomes a one denominator, x minus 3 and x plus 4, and on top this 2 is going to be multiplied by x plus 4, and this 1 is going to be multiplied by x minus 3. Always remember this. So we are going to multiply 2x plus 4, and then a sign of negative here, and then we are going to multiply minus 1 is going to be multiplied by x minus 3. So this is going to give us 2x plus 8 and minus x plus 3, because negative and negative gives you a positive. uh, X minus 3 and x plus 4 is going to be down below as the denominator, and arranging it, 2x minus, actually 2x minus x plus 8 and plus 3 over x minus 3 and x minus 4. So in here, these are the two like terms. So at the answer, we'll have x plus 11 over, when you multiply these two guys, it's going to give you x square plus x and minus 12. So this is going to be your final answer. You will write over here as x plus 11 over x square plus x negative 12. Now comes the next question. It says a ferry has a deck area of 3,600 meters square for parking cars and trucks. Each car takes up 20 square meters of deck area, and each truck takes up 80 square meters on one trip. The ferry carries X cars and Y trucks. Show that the information leads to inequality x minus 4y less than 180. So what we do is, we know very well that it's already given here that 2x 20x plus 80y is less than or equal to 3600. This is given in the question itself. Okay, so I'm marking here. Now we know very well that we need to find out the value of x, and all the numbers can be divided by 20. So we divide the whole thing by 20, and at the answer you will get this 20 will be cancelled with this. So x plus 40y less than or equal to 180, which is the given question. Now, in for this one, you'll get 2 marks. Working must be seen, and one step, 1 mark for this one, and 1 mark for writing this. Next comes the charge for the trip is 25 for a car and 50 for a truck. The total amount of money is taken is $3,000. Write an equation to present this information in here. So the question itself says that 25x plus 50y equals 3000. As we can see, we can divide all the numbers by 25. This is going to be also divided by 25. So finally, when dividing 25, you get x plus 2y equals 120. So this is going to be the equation. X plus 2y equals 120. Now I'm making y as a subject. Why I'm doing this? This you will understand in the later part. I'm saying 2y equals negative x plus 120. That means y is equals to negative x over 2 plus 60. And I can write this y equals 1 over 2 x plus 60. So why I'm doing this? It is the part of the second question. Okay, in here it says the line x plus 4y equals 180 is drawn on the grid below. Draw on the grid the graph of the equation of your equation in part B. This is the equation for which you have to make a line. So I will select a blue color over here and a straight line. Now, before I go ahead, I like to tell you something that this guy is telling you that your first point is going to be on 60 exactly here. This is the starting point. And the trick you are going to apply is that I want to know what is going to be the value of x when y equals 0. When top to bottom, this one is going to be a 0, then what is going to be the value of x? So in that case, what we do is we make y equals 0. Like this, you have equation y equals negative 1 over 2 x plus 60. So I'm making y equals 0. So if y equals 0, negative 1 over 2x plus 60. So what will happen is that I will take 60 on the other hand. It's going to become negative 60 equals 1 over 2x negative. So negative negative cancel, and 2 is going to go on the other side and multiply. So this is going to be x is equals to 120. That means when x is 120, y is going to be 0. So your second point is going to be at 120 over here, exactly here. So joining these 2 points will draw a straight line, something like this. Okay, this is going to be your answer. Now they are saying in the next question, write down a possible number of cars and a possible number of trucks on the trip, which together satisfy the condition. Now, as you can see, the meeting point of these two lines is this one. So here lies the answer. Now, as you can see, x is going to be around 50. 50 or 51 is going to be the final answer, because all the values of x are going to be somewhere here, lying here. Okay, so it's between 40, each line is going to be 5 or 10, you can count it, and the value of x is going to be 50. So I will write something like this: 50 or 51 cars, you can write, both are accepted. And when it comes to trucks, it's going to be less than 30, so it's going to be 29 or 30 trucks. If you write, both are going to be fine answer and you get full marks. So you can write 50 to 51 cars or 29. Well, it cannot be 30 because it is not touching 30. Okay, so 29 is the fine answer. Now, when it comes to the next question, it says 2 over 3 p power 12. 2 over 3 p power 12 times 3 over 4 p power 8. So what I will do is I will be cancelling this 3 like this, and finally you'll have 2p12 and 1 over 4 p power 8. You know very well that when numbers are multiplied, powers are added. And when this 2 is cancelled with this, it's going to give you a 2. That means 1 over 2 p12 plus p power 8. That means your final answer is going to be 1 over 2 p power 20. This is going to be a final answer and you'll get full marks. Here starts paper of 2004. Once you download that paper 2 of course. So question number 5 is to solve the equation x over 4 minus 8. X over 4 minus 8 equals negative 2. That means we are going to multiply everything by 4. So what we'll have is, or first, and to make it easier, x over 4 equals negative 2 plus 8. That means x over 4 is going to be plus 6. That means x equals 24. This is going to be your answer, x equals 24. Then comes question number 11 in the paper. I have selected from that. Now, it says there are two equations, 1 over 2x plus y equals 5. And the second equation is x minus 2y equals 6. Now we need to equalize, either we can equalize y or x, anything that we eliminated. I am choosing here to make y eliminate. So I will multiply this by 2, and of course this is going to be x plus 2y equals 10, and the second equation remains same, x minus 2y equals 6. So subtracting this, you don't need to subtract because signs are different. This is going to give you 2x equals 16. So the value of x is going to be 8. Now I know the value of x is 8. Now we substitute in the given equation, x minus 2y, x minus 2y equals 6. That means we know the value of x minus 2y equals 6. That means I will bring this down over here for further calculations. Better here. And this is going to give us 8 minus 2y equals 6 minus 8. That means negative 2y equals negative 2. That means signs of negativity will be cancelling each other, and that means 2y equals 2 and y equals 1. So the value of y is 1. Now in here, making d the subject of the formula, and the question is that c equals kd square plus e. We need to have, in this question it says c is equals to. Now I want to know how much is d equals to. So the first step I will take is c minus e equals kd square, and then c minus e over k equals d square. That means under root c minus e over k equals d. This is going to be a final answer. Now comes next question. It says factorize completely. In here, I know very well 3 is the number that can divide both the numbers. Question is 12x square minus 3y square. 3 is the number that I will take it out. 3 outside, and 4x square minus y square. I know very well that this is going to be using a square minus b square formula, in which a plus b and a minus b is going to be the answer for it. So what I will write is 3 equals, in the first bracket I will write 2x minus y, and the other bracket I will write 2x plus y. This is going to be a final answer and you'll get full marks. Or what you can do is, in the second part, expanding the bracket. Over here, this means x minus 3 is multiplied by itself. That means x minus 3 is multiplied by x minus 3. So this is a minus b whole square formula, a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this is going to give us x square minus 6x plus 9. Well, good to see you back. In the first video, you have seen a paper of 2003 and 2004. We have solved together, and here it is 2005. And in this video, I'll be solving 2006 questions also. Now, the question says it is half of x plus 2y equals 16, and 2x plus half of y equals 19. So, how can I make x equals? I should multiply this whole equation by 8 and this whole equation by 2 to make this x as 4. So when I multiply the whole equation by 8, it's going to be looking something like this. And 8 times 16 is going to give us, let's multiply later. And in here, I multiply this equation by 2. 2x plus half y equals 19 times also 2. Now, this first equation is going to give us a 4x plus 16y equals 128, and the second equation is going to give us 4x minus plus, in the question it is plus, so it's going to give us plus y equals 19 times 2 is going to give us 38, making a straight line, and subtracting it this way, these two are going to be cancelled. 16 minus 1 is going to give us a 15y, and 128 minus 38 is going to give us a 90. That means the value of y equals 6. 15 times 6 is a 90. So the value of y is found out. Now you can take any equation you want. I'm taking the first equation, 1 over 2x plus 2 times y equals 16. The value of y we already know, it is 6. That means half of x plus 12 equals 16. That means half of x equals 16 minus 12. That means half of x is going to give us a 4, and 2 is going to go on the other side and makes it an 8. 8 is going to be your answer over here. Now comes the wavelength, and it says inversely proportional. That means you should begin your question like this: wavelength is inversely proportional to the frequency. That means we need to find out the constant value. So wavelength equals k over f directly, and frequency is going to be k over w. For the sake of convenience, I'm doing it here itself. And if we need to find out k is going to be equals to w multiplied by f. Anyways, write an equation connecting f and w. So this is going to be your answer. W equals k over f. This is going to be your answer for the first part. 2 marks you will get. Now find the value of f. That means we'll be using this one. That means f equals k w, and for that we need to know how much is k equals to. To find out k equals to, in the question itself it says w equals, so we are going to find out k. That means k is equals to w is how much, 1500 multiplied by 200 is going to give us k is 300 thousands. Now in here k is already given, we found out just now, 300,000 divided by w is 600. That means these two are going to be cancelled. That means 3000 divided by 6 is going to give us a 500. So 500 is your answer. Now comes question number 16 from paper 2. It's a simple solving the fractions. Down below, this is going to be our LCM, and the first one is going to be multiplied by x minus 2, sorry, x plus 2, and minus x will be multiplied by my x. Okay, because this has to be multiplied by this value, which is the denominator of this, and this numerator will be multiplied by the denominator, which is down here. So we will have on top, we will have x square plus 4x plus 4 minus x square over x bracket x plus 2. That means over here, this is going to be cancelled with this. So on top, we will have 4x plus 4 and x minus 2. Further simplify, 4 is common in both of them, x plus 1, and down below you have x and x minus 2. This is your final answer, and you'll get 4 full marks for this question. X minus 2 is final answer. Now moving on to the paper of 2006. It says to write in a simplest form, this will be multiplied by x plus 1, and this 4 is multiplied by x, and 5 is going to be multiplied by x plus 1. So we can write this question in this way: 5 is multiplied by x plus 1, minus 4 is multiplied by x, and down below you will have x and x plus 1. So finally what you have, 5x plus 5 minus 4x over x plus 1. Now in here, 5x minus 4x is going to give us an x, and we will write x plus 5 as a numerator and x plus 1 as a denominator. So this is going to be your final answer. And moving on to the next one is this one. It says 0.4x plus 2y equals 10 and 0.3. So we multiply equation 1 and equation 2 both by 10. So we'll have 4x plus 20y equals 100, and this is going to be 3x plus 50y equals 180. Now from here, we need to eliminate x or y. For that, what I have in my mind is to multiply this equation by 3, both sides, and this by 4 to make x equals. So this equation is going to give us 12x plus 60y equals 300. And this is going to give us 4x 12x plus 200 y, and 180 times 4 is going to give us 720. Now you can subtract easily. These two are going to be cancelled, and 60 minus 200 is going to give us a negative 140. Y equals 720 minus 320 is going to give us a negative 420. That means minus sign is cancelled from both sides. So y equals 420 divided by 140, and the value of y is going to be 3. Why? Because 0 0 cancel. For 14 times 3 is a 42. So the value of y is 3. We can write here. Now you can choose any equation you want. I'm choosing the first one, 4x plus 20y equals 100. 4x plus 20, the value of y is 300. That means 4x plus 60 equals 100. 4x equals 100 minus 60. That means 4x equals 40. So the value of x is going to be 10. You can write 10 here to get 3 marks for this question. Now comes this is a fraction and you have an equal sign in between. So you will cross multiply. You will multiply x minus 2 with a 3, and you multiply 4 by 2x plus 5. So finally what you have 3x minus 6 and 8x plus 20, and I'll keep x on this side. Minus 8x equals 20 minus 6. That means minus 5x, and here 20 divided by 20 minus 6 is going to give you 14. That means x value is 14 divided by 5 with a negative sign, and this is going to give us 5.1 or 2, I guess it's going to give. Check with the calculator. It should give you 5.2. So 5.2 is the final answer. X is equals to 5.2. This is for 3 marks question, to be careful not to make any mistake. In here, it's a factorization. I can write 4x square minus 9 in this way, 2x square minus 3 square. So this reminds you of a formula: a square minus b square equals a plus b and a minus b. So the first value is a, which is 2x, and b value is 3. So 2x plus 3 and 2x minus 3 is going to be your final answer. Now moving on to the next one. What is common in both of them? X is common, and remaining is 4x minus 9 is going to be final answer, because there is nothing you can factorize from the bracket within. Now comes 4x minus 9x plus 2. So I can see, I can write this 4x square minus 9x plus 2. Now the trick what I apply is that I write this 4x square as it is, and plus 2 as it is. And now I have to split this 9 into 2 parts. This is going to give us minus 8x and minus x. So minus 8 and minus 1 is going to give us 9, and 8 times 1 is going to give us 8, which is 4 times 2. So in the first one, we have x common, 4x common. So this is going to give us x minus 2 in the first bracket. And as soon as you get the first bracket, copy down second bracket as it is. Now look at the third value, it's negative x. You already have x, so multiply by minus 1 is going to give us correct answer. Now in the both the brackets you have x minus 2, so write one time only. And now you have 4x from here and minus 1 from here, so you write 4x minus 1 like this. This is going to be a final answer, and you get 2 marks for solving this question and getting correct answer. Now comes question number 20 from paper 2. This I remember I have already solved a past paper in which this question was there. I still remember. Okay, it says one of the line is the diagram is labeled y equals mx plus c. This one is, this line is, this line they are talking about. This line name is y equals mx plus c, and find the values of m and c. M is, the value of m is c. C is this one. C is 8, and m is how much? M is already 1 because there is no value, so gradient is m. Hello everyone, this is the third part of the session that I've started for 10 years past papers. In this question was missing from the last video. That's why I'm adding this part into this video. Now in this says one of the lines in the diagram labeled as y equals mx plus c. That means they are talking about this line. So please be reminded. And in this one they are asking you to find out the value of m. Value of m means y equals mx plus c. So value of m is going to be 1, because this line you can see it is rising 1 and running 1, rising 1 and running 1. So that means the value of m is going to be 1. Now, in the same question, if they're asking you to find out the gradient of this line, gradient of this line is -1. Please be reminded that these two are different things. Here in this question, they're asking you to find out the value of m, but in other question, if they're asking you to find the gradient, gradient is going to be -1, not 1. So in here, it is 1, and they're asking you to find out the value of c. C is the y-intercept. That means they're asking you this point. So 8 is going to be the right answer. Now, next part of the question says that to show by shading all the unwanted regions. Unwanted regions is an important part of this question, in which we are going to have four inequalities. I'm going to bring this over here for all of us to see what exactly they look like. Now, for example, the first one is saying x is greater than or equals to 1. So that means x is going to be 1, which is over here. Now, please be reminded it says unwanted. Unwanted means normally what happens that all the values greater than 1 is going to be shaded towards this side, but it is unwanted means it's going to be opposite. So this area is going to be shaded. Now, second one is saying greater than mx plus c. That means this should be shaded this side, but they say unwanted one. That means they are asking you to shade all this part. Okay. Now, the second line is this one. This line they are talking about. It says y equals x plus 2 is this line and greater than. That means all this part should be this part should be shaded, but now it is unwanted part, so that means this all area is going to be shaded. Now y equals 4, that means there should be a line. Y is greater than, that they are talking about this line, and greater than means top part should be shaded, but it is unwanted, so it's going to be all this part. Now, where is the place where all the three lines are meeting, and which is so this part they are talking about. So first one, second one, first, starting from here, first one, second one, so this is the area they are talking. This area should be clear. Now I am going to erase this part. That means they are talking about this area. This area should be marked as R. So this is your answer and you get full marks. Now something like this it should look like. This is the area you are looking for. From here, first point, second point, third point, fourth, like this. This is going to be your answer. Okay. Now going to the next year paper. In here, it is said simply this is going to be multiplied by x minus 3, and top part is going to be x minus 3, and this part is going to multiply by 4. That means x minus 3 is multiplied by x minus 3, and 4 is going to be multiplied by 4, so giving you 16. And denominator is going to be something like this, 4 and x minus 3. Now what happens? The answer for this one is going to be minus 6x and plus 9 plus 16. That means it's going to be 4x minus 12. And the next part is going to be x square minus 6x plus 25. And down below you have 4x minus 12, which is going to be answer. and you get full marks. Now comes this one is same like before we have done. In this part, it's saying greater than 3 is this line they are talking about, and it is normally it has to be upper part, but in here it says unwanted part. That means it is going to be below this area. So this all area should be shaded. Now second line is y equals 5x. That means it is this line they're talking about, this line. And it says all the greater ones. So normally it has to be this side, but in here we are going to shade this side. And y plus x plus y less than 6. That means they're talking about the third line, and it has to be greater than. So it should be this area. So this area is going to be called as R. Now moving on to the next one. The quantity y varies as the cube of x plus 2 until and unless it is not inverse. That means it is directly proportional. That means y is directly proportional to cube of x plus 2, something like this. Removing sign of proportionality, I'll be using k, x plus 2, 5. So in the first part, we need to find out how much is k. Y equals 32. In the question itself, it's given when x is equals to 0, 0 plus 2 power, it is 3 actually. So that means 32 equals k, and multiplied by 2 cube is 8. That means k is equals to 4. Now we know the formula. They need to find out y. So already we know y equals k x plus 2 cube. So y I need to find out. K is 4 and x is 1 in the given question plus 2. That means y equals 4 3 cube. That means y equals 4 times 9. So it's going to give you 3 times, it's not 9. Instead, it is going to be 4 times. It is 27. So y is going to be 108. So 108 should be written here to get 3 marks. Now, next question is under root 32 equals 2 power p. That means I can write this 32 as power of 1 over 2 and 2 power p. 32 we can write as 2 power 5. 1 over 2 equals 2 power p. And I know when uh, power is multiplied by power, so it's going to multiply. That means 2 to the power 5 times 1 over 2. That means 2p. When bases are same, numbers are also same. So 5 over 2 equals p. This is the answer. Next part of the question is about, I will bring this guy a little up. Better I solve side by side. So p now. In here it says under root 1 over 8 equals to q 2 power q, something like this. So I know very well that I can make this one as 1 over 8 power 1 over 3 equals 2 power q, something like this. And 8 I can write as 2 cube, 1 over 3 and 2 cube. And I know very well that I can write this as minus 3, 1 over 3 equals 2 cube. That means 2 power minus 3 and minus 3 will be cancelled. So minus 1 equals 2 cube. 2 power cube, bases are same. That means q is equals to negative 1. So q is going to be negative 1, and this one is 5 over 2. Hello, everyone. This is the fourth session of this series where I'm solving IGCSE Extended Mathematics Revision topic wise from paper 2, which is starting from 2003 to 2013. The topics I've selected is Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. And from the paper of 2008, I have selected four questions because there are four questions based on Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. So, as this question is concerned, this is a algebraic fraction, and I will write 18 as an LCM. 3 becomes 18 multiplied by 6, and 9 becomes 18 when it's multiplied by 2. So, numerator is going to be also multiplied by the same number, and 5x times 2 is going to give us 10x minus 5x. So 10 plus 6 is 16x minus 5x. Remember to do this step, show the working so that you can get full marks. And 16 minus 5 is going to give me 11x over 18 is final answer. Moving on to the next question. Question is 27x cube as a power of 2 over 3. So I know very well that 3 cube is the 27, and x cube as whole power of 2 over 3. This exponent has both of them, so I will write this way: 2 over 3, and x cube also has a power of 2 over 3. So this exponent, this power is for both of them. And I will write next is 3 times 2 over 3, and x power 3 times 2 over 3. These three are going to be cancelled. So as an answer, I will have x squared. So that means final answer is 9x power square. 9x squared is the final answer. Question number 3, which is question number 13 on the paper. So I will multiply 3 by 2x minus 5 greater than 8 is multiplied by x plus 4. This gives me 6x minus 15 greater than 8x plus 32. 6x minus 8x greater than 32 plus 15. This gives me a minus 2x greater than 47, and half of 47 is going to be 23.5. I have to change the direction of 23.5. This is going to be a final answer. When it comes to the last question, it is about find the coordinates of the points of intersection of these straight lines. I know very well that the first equation is going to be multiplied by 3 because when it's multiplied by 3 and 2, they are going to be same. So I'll multiply this way, both sides, first by 3 and second by 2. So ultimately I will get 6x plus 9y equals 33, and 6x minus 10y equals negative 24. Make a straight line, change the sign, and this is going to give me 19 of y, and this is going to give me 57, and the value of y is going to be 3. Now I know the value of y is 3. Now I'll find out the value of x. I can take any equation I want. I'm taking equation 1, and 2x plus 3, value of y is already, we know very well, equals 11. That means 2x plus 9 equals 11, and 2x equals 11 minus 9, and 2x equals 2. That means x equals 1. So this was paper of 2008, and this is paper of 2009, and it says write as a single fraction. So the marks will be given to you for making this as a fraction and straight line, and 8 times 5 gives you a 40, which is the LCM. 8 multiplied by 5 gives you 40, and 5 times 8 gives you a 40. So you multiply with the same numbers, denominator 2. So this will be multiplied by 5 and this is multiplied by 8. This gives us 15a plus 32, and that's going to be your final answer. 15a plus 32 over 40 is going to be your final answer. Now in here it says rearrange the formula to make y as a subject. So first thing that you must do is y over 9 equals 1 minus x. And now radical y equals 9 times 1 minus x. This is going to give us radical y and 9 minus 9x. And in here we are going to take the square of both the sides. Y equals 9 minus 9x square square. So this will be cancelled with this. So the value of y is going to be, this is a minus b formula. So it is 81 minus 2 times 9 and 9x and plus 81x. So this gives us 81 minus 162, 162x plus 81x square. This is going to be final answer and you get full marks for this working. Now comes a question of fractions in which you need to write as a single fraction. Same method you're going to apply. C is going to multiply by D. That means if I write like this, C times D plus 1 over D times C minus D. C and D is already there. So I'll multiply this by D and multiply this by C. So I will get D over straight line and D is going to be the denominator plus C and minus C minus D. So ultimately what we'll have, D plus C minus C and plus D over CD, and C and C is going to be cancelled. That means 2D over D. That means CD. This D will be cancelled. So 2 over C is going to be your final answer. Now solving simultaneous equation. So the value of x is already given here. So we will substitute the value in 2y plus 3, and the value of x is already given. So 4y plus 16 will be plugged into this and gives you 6. This gives us 2y plus 3 times 4 is a 12y, and plus 3 times 16 is a 48 equals 6. That means it's going to give you a 14y plus 48 minus 6. That means 14y equals a negative 48 plus 6. So it's going to give you a 14y equals negative 42. That means y equals negative 3. Now plugging in the value of y in here, in any value I want, I can use 2y plus 3x equals 6. The value of y we know very well. It is minus 3 plus 3x equals 6. This gives us negative 6 plus 3x equals 6. So 3x equals 6 plus 6. That means 3x equals 12. So x will be equals to 4. So the value of x and y is found out, and you can write the answer in the form of coordinates. X is 4 and y is negative 3. You get full marks for this question. Now it says a spray can is used to paint a wall. The thickness of the paint in the wall is T. The distance spray can fall is inversely proportional. That means you should write T is inversely proportional to I over d square. It's already given in the question. Now, to remove the sign of proportionality, I will write t equals k over d square. Now, first of all, we need to find out the value of k. How much is k equals to? So, I'll put the values over here. T is zero point 0.2 given, k we don't know the value, and the value of d is 8. It's given in the question over here. So I will write 8 square. That means k is multiplied by 0 0.2 times 64. So the value of k is 12.8. I know the value of k. Now I need to find out the value of t. Formula I have just made for you over here. K over d square. And you need to find t. K is 12.58 divided by d is 10. That means it's going to be 10 square means 100. And the value of t is going to be 0.18128. So you can write this 0.128 as an answer. You get full marks. Now in this question, it says draw three lines y equals 4. So I will take benefit of this line. So it says y equals 4. That means y is going to be equals to 4, something like this. Okay, this is the first line. And x equals, that means we have to make both of them y equals to how much? Second equation is 2x minus y equals 4. That means minus y equals minus 2x plus 4. That means minus y over negative 2x means, or better I do it the other way around. I will make y equals to how much? Let's see. I am going to make 2x equals 4 plus y, and y is equals to 2x minus 4. So this is in terms of y equals mx plus c. So this is the equation we are talking about. And the second equation is in the form of x plus y equals 6. That means y equals negative x plus 6. So these are the three lines that we are going to work on. First equation, first line is already drawn. Now y equals 2x minus 4. That means your line is going to begin from here. Okay. Now if x equals 0, well, y you know very well. Okay. Now I'm saying that if y is 0, how much is going to be x? Okay. So y equals 0. So 2x minus 4. That means 2x equals 4. That means x equals to 2. That means your line is going to be x2. That means your line is going to start from here and it's going to cross at x2. Something like this. Okay, and when it comes to the third line, so it's starting from plus 6. Starting from plus 6 is this one. This is the starting point. And if y is 0, x is going to be how much? That means negative x equals negative 6. So that means x is equals to 6. Now we'll take another line and starting from 6, and x also should be 6. So these are the lines to be drawn, and you get 4 marks for drawing these lines. Okay. Now comes write a letter R in the region defined by the three inequalities. Now remember, this is not unwanted region. This is a wanted region. Okay, so strategy is going to be different. Now in here it says y is less than or equal to 4. That means all the area which is down below here less than this is going to be shaded. All is going to be shaded. Now comes second equation, which is 2x minus 4 is this one. This line we are talking about. So, and it is saying less than, greater than or equal to. That means all the area which is above this is going to be shaded. And the third one is saying which is greater than or equal to 6. That means all the values which are greater than this is going to be equal. So this is how it's going to be shaded, and we need to know where all these three lines are meeting. I have prepared this already for you. So you're going to get area something like this. All the points that are connecting these ones: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the region what we are talking about. Mark that as an R and you get full marks for it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be posting the new portion for this one very soon. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Now, as you know, this is a session of solving extended mathematics paper, topic wise, and this is paper 2, by the way. And it is starting from 2003 to 2013. We have reached to a session where we are solving paper of 2010, and the topics are Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. And these are the parts included in this revision papers. Now, the question I have found from Algebra 1 and 2 is writing a single fraction. That means the trick I must tell you is the straight away you just put a line, and 8 times 5 is giving you a 40, and 3a times 15 is 5 is giving you a 15a, and 4 times 8 is giving you a 32. So this is going to be a final answer. Now, in solving the next question, I'll go for making x the subject of the formula. You must remember that I have done a whole session from IGCSE book, chapter 5, and all the exercises from making the subject of the formula is already solved. So you better have a look at that one also. Now in here it says make x the subject. That means x is dividing, other side will go and multiply by x equals x plus 3. That means bring x on one side and 3 is going to be on the right side. X is common from left side and p minus 1 is going to be in the bracket. That means x is equals to 3 over p minus 1, because this left side it is multiplying, other side it will go and divide. So this is going to be a final answer. Now, this is a technical question in which there is something you must consider, that first equation y is greater than 2. That means it is crossing from here. So this is your first line or the first equation. When it comes to the second one, I need to convert this into looking at y, and it's going to be minus x and plus 6. That means this line they're talking about is this one, line number 2. When it comes to y is less than or equal to x plus 4, that means this line they are talking about, this is line number 3. So it is 1, 2, 3, and of course fourth line is going to be this one. Now, for the first one, it says all the values greater than 2. So normally, technically, we should be, when we are considering inequality number 1, so we should be shading all this area. Remember this, all this area should be shaded. But it's saying unwanted area, unwanted region. So we will be definitely shading all this. Make sure once you are solving in the paper, so this area should be shaded. Now comes the second one. It says y is greater than. So that means line number 2 they are talking about. So normally we should be shading all this area. But since it is about unwanted area, so this area is going to be shaded. So please be reminded on this. With the pencil nicely, you should shade all this. I'm doing with the pen. Anyways, when it comes to inequality number three, it is that saying all the values less than or equal to. So we should be shading upper part, but here we are shading all this part should be shaded. When it comes to the fourth one, all the values less than this one, all the area should be this one, but it is unwanted area. That means you will be shading all this area should be shaded. So the remaining part is going to be this one. This is unwanted area. Moving on to the paper of 2011. This is question number 8 in the paper of 2011, paper 2. It says P varies directly. That means P is varying directly as the square root of Q. That means to remove the sign of proportionality, I will be using K under root 9. K under root Q. Q should be marked like this. Now, in the question it says P is 8 and K is unknown and Q is 25. That means it is 8 equals K 5. That means the value of K is going to be 8 over 5. This is the value of K. Now they want to know the value of P. Find P when Q is 100. That means P equals K under root Q. That means P is unknown, K is 8 over 5, and under root 100 means it is 10. That means P equals 8 over 5 times 10. So 5 times 1 and 5 times 2 is 10. That means 16 is going to be your final answer. Now, reading the formula C A subject. That means it is C is going to be multiplied by A minus B equals 4. That means A minus B equals 4 over C. 4 is multiplying, other side will go and divide. That means A equals 4C plus B. I will write B over 1 to make it a fraction so that we can get the value of A. So that means A equals C is going to be the LCM, and 4 will be multiplied by 1 and B will be multiplied by C. So it's going to be 4BC. So this is going to be your final answer. Moving on to the next simultaneous equations. It says y minus 5 equals 0. That means the value of x is 5y. So we substitute the value. The value of x is 5y plus 10y equals 17. That means it is going to be 75y plus 10y equals 12. That means it is 85y equals not 12, it is 17. That means y equals 17 over 85. That means it is 1 over 5. The value of y is 1 over 5. Now substituting the value, it says x equals 5y. We need to find out the value of x now. So x equals 5 over 5 times 1 over 5. That means the value of x is 1. This is going to be a final answer. Now you need to write the following as a single fraction. It is simplest form. That means we are going to multiplying both of them, x plus 5 with x plus 1, and x plus 1 is going to be multiplied by x plus 1 minus x will be multiplied by x plus 5. Now this is going to be x plus 1, that means x plus 1 whole square minus x square minus 5x, and this is going to give us x plus 5, x plus 1. In here we need to a square plus 2ab plus b square minus x square minus 5x over x plus 5 and x plus 1. Actually, there are so many things we can do here. So this x square and x square is going to be cancelled, and minus 5x and plus 2x is going to give us minus 3x, and plus 1 over x plus 5 and x plus 1. When it comes to question number 17, it says 32x to the power 8 is divided by 8x 32. That means 32 is divided by 8 is going to give us a 4, and x 32 minus 8 is going to be 4 over x to the power 24. This is going to be a final answer. When it comes to the next question, which is the last, I guess. Yes, it's the last one. So it is 3 to the power of 2 over 3. It's an exponential rule that if the power is on the fraction, so this power works for both of them. So 64 means 2 power 6, and power is 2 over 3. So in here, 3 is going to be cancelled with this. It's going to be x square over, now 6 is multiplied by 2 over 3. So that means it's going to give us x square, and this 3 is going to be cancelled with this 2. So 2 to the power 4, it's going to give us x square over 16 is final answer, and you'll get full marks. Thank you very much for watching. Next video, as I'm going to put it for the next years. Thank you very much once again. Hello everyone. This is going to be the last session of this topic that I have selected for this session. Algebra 1 and Algebra 2 from paper 2 from 2003 to 2013. The remaining 2 years are only 2012 and 13. That is going to be the last one. Now in here the question is 1 whole 1 over 2. That means I'll rewrite this 3 over 2 and plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4 equals p over 12. We need to find out the value of p. So I can see the LCM of 2, 3, 4 and 12 is a 12. So I'll multiply everything by 12 to make them whole numbers. So 12 times 12 is gone. 2 times 6, 3 times 4 and 4 times 3. So this is going to be an 18 plus 4 plus 3 equals p. So this is going to be how much? 25. P is going to be the value. So you may write 5 here. Now comes x is a positive integer and 15x. 15x minus 5x less than 2 plus 43. That's going to be 10x less than 45. That means the value of x is going to be less than 45 divided by 10 is going to be 4.5. It's going to be your final answer. Now it says y varies directly as square of y varies as a square of x minus 3. That means like this. So remove this sign of proportionality. Y equals k x minus 3 whole square, and when y is 16, x is 1. That means x is 1 minus 3. It's going to be 2. That means 16 equals 1 minus 3 is going to be negative 2k. So 16 over 4. That means k equals 4. The value of K is going to be 4. Now we need to find out the value of y. Find y when the k equals x minus 3, 2. That means y equals k is how much? 4. X is how much? 10 minus 3. That means 4 power 7 square. That means 4 times 49 is 196. Now comes the last year, which is 2013. You need to factorize completely. Look at the first and the second term. What is common? Common is k and p plus 3 is remaining. And from here, again, as soon as you see this bracket, p plus 3. And then look at this one, p you already have, you need m. So k plus m is the first factor. Second factor is p plus 3. Now comes solve the this one is pretty simple. 10y minus 5 times 17 is 17 times 5. 105 equals 60. That means 10y equals 60 plus 105 is going to be 145. It's going to be 85. 85. So it's going to be 145. That means y is equals to 14.5. Next is going to be y is inversely proportional to x cube. Y is inversely proportional to x cube. You write like this. And then you write y equals k over x cube. When y is 5, you need to find k. X is how much? 2 cube. That means 8. That means k is equals to 5 multiplied by 2 cube. That means 8. 5 times 8 is going to be 40. So the value of k is 40. Now you need to find y. Y equals k over x cube. You need to find k. K is how much? K is 40. X is 4. That means 4 cube. 4 cube is going to be how much? 64. That means y is equals to 40 over 64. 8 times 8 is 64 and 8 times 5 is 40. So 5 over 8 or 0.625 is going to be your final answer. Now use the quadratic equation formula. Formula is negative b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac over 2a. And the value of a in this, you can see this is a. That means a is equals to 2, b equals to 7, and c equals minus 3. We find out first of all b square minus 4c is how much? B square is that means 7 square minus 4. A is how much? 2. C is how much? Minus 3. That means 49 plus 4 to the 8 to 24. That means it's going to be 73. And 73 is equals to 8.5. Once you take the root of 73, it's going to be 8.5. That means minus b plus minus under root 73. It's going to be under root 73, not 37. It is 73 over 2 times a. That means 2 times 2, 4. B is how much? B is 7. So negative 7 plus minus 8.5 divided by 4. So you'll have two different values, minus 7 plus 8.5 divided by 4 and minus 7 minus 8.5 divided by 4. So this is going to be how much? 0.5 over 4, and this is going to be 15.5 over 4. Once the values are taken from the calculator, one value and second value. And this is the last, I guess. Yes, this was the last question. Thank you very much for being with me. And this was the last session for all these papers from 2003 to 2013. I have solved paper 2, Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. Next session I'm planning to have for paper 4. So let's see what topics I select from there. And it's going to be topic wise. And very soon I'm going to compile all these sessions into one video from 2003 to 2010 all together in one video. Thank you very much once again.